Hey, turn me up, y'all. We here?
Yeah.
Yeah. But guess what, y'all? We're at episode 15.
15!
We here, y'all. Made over there to hump.
Yeah.
We sitting up here just trying to do something different. I know it says like episode 20 or something, I guess, but it's actually 15 different episodes for us, so we're actually dope hype about this.
It's a celebration, bitches!
So with this, we want to do something different. We wanted to bring in the producers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that, let's go ahead and introduce everybody. Go ahead. Looking at me. I know I ain't that cute, but damn.
Hi, I'm Keela.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Yanni.
Yanni. Hey, you know what? Just for background purposes, we got to get the woman behind the man that makes the man the man.
Come on over here.
Just say hello to everybody.
Hey, baby.
Hello, everyone. I'm Yaya.
Yes.
I'm Yanni.
Y'all met Yaya.
That's
before.
my rib.
That's his rib tips.
Oh, dark shining light. She's the light in the dark.
Right. So, this is darkness, everybody. I got to get that. You know what? I'm jealous of all y'all. All these like nice complimentary names. I ain't got one, but it's okay.
You got yams.
Yeah.
No, she called
Can
him.
I get to the yams?
Sweet yams. It was talking about me. Anyhow, but this is episode 15 for us. So what we just wanted to do was have a conversation. I don't know. Who got the music going? Is that music going?
I was dancing.
Oh, yeah, we're dancing to the beat. We could have did our applause or something because we're at episode 15. So, yeah, we out here trying to make this stuff going. So thank y'all very much for allowing us to be here. Ding, 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 ding.
Great job, guys.
Yes, it's a lot going on this. We just didn't know that. But we're just going to kick it here for a few moments. And I hope you all roll with us for this whole conversation because I don't know where this is going. That is Tim, get a disclaimer again.
Hey, the opinions of these niggas.
This is not representing us.
Look. We just gonna have fun with this, man. Like, we really wanted y'all to see the people we'll see. So y'all to hear the people that was behind us.
Hear the people that we see.
You'll see us one day. But
Look, these are the folks that help make it happen. Captain.
Captain Hook.
They keep us on point and keep us up to date because last year would have been like 1970s. We would have had a reading rainbow.
Right.
that's not so bad, though.
You didn't see how off I am. It and came back. But they keep us up to date, make sure everything is relevant. And, everything that we're not thinking about, they thinking about. That's what they say. Behind every good man is an even gooder.
Right. And not even sometimes behind, sometimes and beside, and quite often nowadays right in front of us.
Front.
Right. Right in front of us. So with that, we have two beautiful black women who are working with us. And let's talk some shit.
Yeah. This is ladies' night.
Hey, and the price is right.
Wait a minute.
Oh, God.
Oh, what
So many copyrights to clear. No,
Yeah.
I don't think that's how it went, though.
As long as it's under 6 hours, we're good.
No, but I want to talk about some of the stuff around the city because for all of y'all, we're from Atlanta.
Yeah.
We from here. We from around these parts. We was raised here.
We was born.
We was grown.
Here.
Some of y'all, yeah, I was actually right. West side, no, east side.
You know what I'm saying?
I was a nomad. I was all over the place.
But we from around here, and we just, since now it's popping. See, we was here before it was popular. You just heard it in the songs like, oh, Atlanta? Yeah, where everybody was coming from that y'all didn't know about.
Yep.
But I just want to discuss, if you're thinking about coming here, there's a few disclaimers that you gotta know about.
Don't.
Keela shaking her head. She's like, no. We both.
No, we're a very welcoming city.
That's the problem.
Leave your bullshit where you got it. And sometimes the bullshit is you. So if you some bullshit, stay where you at.
Where you at?
Junk up your own city. Stop coming out here tearing up our stuff and messing up our things. They mean a lot to us. Y'all coming out here tearing up CNN Center, downtown Atlanta, underground,
Oh, Lord.
messing up literally everything. They can talk crap about it in the same breath. Atlanta sucks. Then go back home.
Go back home. So it's crazy though. And man, I'm trying to say how to formulate this in my head, say it right, but it ain't used to. If it's not used to, if it's not right. So or if it is right. So Yusefi, yes. I remember growing up for us, like Buckhead was just like
the upper echelon.
No, but the upper echelons that too, but it was just like, don't do none of that bullshit there.
Yeah.
You just knew.
Yeah.
You knew the
You go once you pass what is that? The 75-85 split.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even before you hit 400, that 75-85 split, stop. All that BS, just stop it. Just bring it right back down. And then it got gradually worse the more south you went, which is wild. It's very wild. But 20 was like, all right, well, if you're on the west side of 20, it's some foolishness. On the east side of 20, Decatur, you all right. But you go south below that, hitting Clayton County, Riverdale, no holds barred. Just make it happen.
Yep, run, nigga, run.
Till Victor Hill showed up and said it's a new sheriff in town.
Oh, yeah.
So, but it's just wild. You talking about the Atlanta, old Atlanta, new Atlanta. It's just, you're right, man. It's just the things that we used to do, and you coming down here bringing your madness to our city. Like, come on. Like Keela just said, downtown. Hey, bro, we came down here to party. Underground, gold mine.
Yeah.
Gold Rush.
Gold Rush. What's it?
No Rush.
Oh, she was
way
out
before.
there.
Right. It was gold. I was talking about the gold mine was the video arcade.
Yeah.
Gold Rush, the strip
She talking about the strip club.
Underground.
Strip club.
See, look
Yeah,
at her.
Gold Rush.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got
That
a
was a
partner.
strip club in Underground?
No. We talking
It
about
was a
the
tip-up.
you talking about going on Metropolitan.
See, y'all, hey,
Oh, y'all done
I'm thinking it was
Hood.
the
whole neighborhoods.
You talking about the gold room?
see y'all.
I
y'all-
almost been to the Gold Room.
See, I'm telling on myself.
Right, I'm telling
My wife is right here.
I'm telling y'all mamas. They was skipping school,
Lord.
going to the Gold Rush.
Lord.
My friend said the other day, my homeboy literally wrote online, he said, Buckhead is scary now. Oh, yeah. He said, Buckhead is scary now.
Yeah,
And
that's
I was
because
just like, what?
well, you know, a lot of people who move to Atlanta, they hear about all of the famous areas. And so you got people who are coming from everywhere and then bringing wherever they came from to Atlanta. And so they don't know the etiquette of Atlanta. They don't know. They just go into what they heard about. And so when you got somebody coming from the hood and they're, I want to go to Buckhead.
Buckhead.
And you know, they just know how to get bucked. So,
Nuck if you buck. Buck.
but you know, that's the nature of the beast. Like it's getting real crazy now. But you know, welcome it to Atlanta.
What players play.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's funny
Welcome to
because
Atlanta, indeed. We're hearing some activity
Keela,
outside.
you actually posted something that was so funny. Is that everybody is coming to Atlanta for the Atlanta that's gone.
Right.
Yeah, it's
They
a
come from
different
old
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Old Atlanta was gone in 2005.
Yeah.
You guys killed it.
Yeah. When I graduated high school, that's when all old Atlanta. That's when they started closing the clubs in Buckhead. That was like the
You
fun
made
spots.
it just in time to miss it.
Yeah. 112 is now Bank of America. You know,
The disrespect.
Wow.
it's crazy.
The Visions nightclub
man.
that started because it was a bunch 559 started
Yo,
everything.
559.
But-
I did get to go to 559 one time.
I never went. I lived around the corner from it. You still never went.
Your ass.
But
Where'd I go?
You said 559.
right, you a little bit too young for that one. See, you the problem right there.
Man, no, I was
Visions nightclub. I mean, I was there the night the infamous night when Jeezy showed up.
Yeah.
With his album dropped, and him and Michi showed up, and they showed up 100 deep in a caravan of Bentleys and black cars and what was that, a stagecoach bus. I was there that night.
See, I wasn't cool enough.
But you want to know what has stood the test of time?
Which
What's
one?
that?
Magic City.
Yes, it has.
Oh,
Magic City and Blue
Yes, it
Flame.
has.
They ain't going
Yep.
nowhere.
nope.
Yeah,
They
those
not
are
going.
staples.
pinups.
Nowhere.
Pinups.
And
Pinups.
anybody think about pinups?
I ain't
Yeah,
never been.
Man, pinups. I've
And
had the
Onyx,
best strip club experiences at pinups.
Stroke.
Well,
I'm a
Anyone?
good child.
I
I've
went-
never been to these places.
Strokers.
I went with Tim.
Oh, very good.
and
I'm
I-
naming all these clubs I've never been either.
Oh man, well, let
I
us
went
teach
with-
you.
I'm square.
Man, I went with Tim and our
He said
crew.
when the student is ready, the
Yeah.
teacher will appear.
The teacher will appear.
The teacher is appearing.
the strippers on the south side make you get up and leave. Tim got up and gave me his lap dance.
Man,
You can dance,
no.
my sister. I'm not doing
wow.
this. anymore.
Everybody know that I'm not really into the whole stripper thing. So you know, we came out when our partners came into town. He was like, "Man, y'all come on out with me. I'm gonna take y'all out." So we had no idea that they had converted this club into a strip club.
Yeah.
So we just walking into this random building, and it's just, we get in there and we're like, maybe it's 4 of us, and there are probably 2 other patrons, 2 other people that enjoy themselves. It's more strippers than it is people.
Yeah.
So we in there and
like 5 in the afternoon or something.
No, it was literally like 2 something in the morning.
Yeah.
On Old National.
Yep. Old National.
The Ritz.
No.
No.
It's the actual strip club.
Yeah, it was like a strip club that they put on there. I can't.
They were right there by the Ritz.
Yeah, it was where they had.
It's all the way up there near Crow's Nest.
Well, it's gone
right
now.
East Side girl in the South Side world.
Man, let me tell you something.
Girl.
So we go in there, we sit down. Beautiful girl, she walk up to me and
looking like stretch marks and cigarette burns.
No, she was.
a lot of cigarettes that
Yeah,
night.
but these was the 2 decent ones, right?
Yeah, they were the 2 pretty ones.
So the other one, she was an Amazon. Let me tell you something. look, she was by 6 foot something,
Snoo.
and she was she was thick, but no stomach at all. No work, no body done, no nothing. I'm talking about straight Amazon.
Natural.
My brother eyes got this big. He was
We're
like,
not gonna say
whoa.
which brother?
Well, we ain't gonna say which one.
But
Man, let me tell you
like-
something. I mean, she came on over there. She did her thing. And so, I'm like...
She shimmied for him.
she shimmied and shaked. So, I'm getting up there, and I'm like, you ever been around cats? Cats want to be near the person that don't like the cat. And so every time I go in the strip clubs, I don't really care for strippers. Like, they're great people and everything, but I don't care for no lap dance and stuff like that. Ain't my thing. So, I guess they kind of see that, okay, well, he not really engaged. Let me see if I can engage him. So, girl come up, partner's like, look, man, I get you a dance. And I'm like, I'm really not. He said, nah, I get you a dance. So the girl dancing in front of me and everything, and I'm sitting up there looking at her, I'm like, look, I really got to pee. You can dance. You can finish your dance with my sister. I'm finna go to the bathroom. She looked at me like, is he serious?
I said, yeah, he is.
So
He
I
doesn't like strippers like that. But you're a nice girl.
Well, Yanni and I are good people. We've never been inside of these establishments. It happened to just drive by a few of them. See
Well,
the
I
outside
have been
look
in
like
one.
it's like
I have
fancy.
been in one.
So swinging.
See,
Richards.
you've been corrupted.
Swinging
No,
Richards.
Oh God!
Actually,
Swinging.
Oh, see, it's coming on out. I've been to one, maybe 2. Well, 15.
Oh, county.
I have been to Swinging Richards before, and I have been to Claremont Lounge.
Yeah, that one.
Well, the strippers go to retire.
Where they go,
Yeah,
where they go to
yeah,
die
yeah.
is what they
Oh,
I would say,
No, that's literally what
That's
we
what
not
I have heard.
Really?
it is.
Yes.
But I've
It is.
heard
That's the
That's
phrase
the motto.
for them.
Where strippers
Go to
die.
die. But that's why I said we're going to say to retire.
But
Yeah,
you know
we
what?
can say
I've heard that people go there and have a ball.
Yeah,
They
you
have a
definitely
great time.
can.
I
You're
had
not allowed to laugh either. So they
I had a
go.
wealthy friend come in town,
Get knocked out.
literally
Some
just to
loved
go
ones.
there.
Really?
Like he flew in town with his partners, literally just to go there. He was like, "Yo,
yeah.
we're going over here tonight." I said, "Where are you going?" I'd never heard of it. He's like, "Yo, my friends, they came back in town last week. They were laughing because they went to the Claremont Lounge. Like it's the app. So if no one knows what the Claremont Lounge is, they actually just built a new hotel on top of it here in the city. But the Claremont Lounge, I've never been to it, to be honest with you, is the place, it's right on Ponce de Leon. And it's a strip club downstairs behind in the back of a building. And it's like the after hour spot apparently.
Yes.
Where I know when I was younger, when I was out doing my worldly activities for a few minutes.
Being a heathen.
Straight
heathen.
But I was heathen with the class. So they would go after we would leave wherever establishment we were at that evening. They would say, "Yeah, we're going to the Claremont Lounge."
Yeah.
I always thought the Claremont Lounge was literally another lounge.
Gotcha.
And then they finally told me later on, "Oh, nah, man, we was going to another strip club." Oh, yeah, I'm not
Well,
enjoying it. I'm glad
let me give y'all a picture of what's inside.
Yeah, tell them
Okay.
exactly.
darkness.
So there's no like pole.
What?
The strippers dance on the bar. The bar is like if you can picture like a mirror on the ceiling, and then the bar is like really shiny.
Like Coyote Cowboy
They-
type girls?
Not exactly. They use the ceiling to like brace themselves,
Wow.
and the song, like when they come up and they get announced, the song that they dance to is whatever they pick from the jukebox that is in front of the bar.
Hold on, there's no DJ.
What?
Well, there is a DJ. He's a sweaty one. The last time I went, which was years ago, a real sweaty DJ, maybe like on Saturdays, but not like on like the regular kind of other days of the week, like Wednesday or something.
Flick a quarter into the jukebox.
Puts her quarter in the jukebox, hops up on the bar, climbs up on the bar, and does her thing. Some of them go all out and they give you like a whole dance. Some of them just flash their little cooch. And that's it.
That is her pearl box, ma'am.
Oh, excuse me, her pearl box.
You don't do these things. We have a little class over here. Don't cooch.
I am flabbergasted. No, it's funny because like when people come to Atlanta, especially if they're used to going to strip clubs everywhere else, they realize how free Atlanta is. They're like, whoa, wait a minute. We it's everything. Yeah, it's everything.
Yeah, I mean, it's like any city.
It's no.
Most cities, most
not like that.
states around the country, I think stuff like 3 or 4 are all
certain things
topless.
you can't do it. Yeah.
Everyone, I think it's like Vegas,
I did not know that.
Yeah, I think
Atlanta,
New York is like that,
New
too.
York,
They can
maybe
only
one
get
state.
topless.
Everyone else is
Well,
topless.
see, that's what I'm thinking is like the big cities,
No.
Every place else,
Statewide.
except for like I think the state of California, the state of Vegas, Las Vegas, whatever the place is called, they're allowed to. New York, Georgia, those 3 states. Every other place around the country, all you do is walking in and showing.
Not even Miami King of Diamonds.
It's very different.
They're not showing everything.
I don't know, but all I know is people come up here. People come up here to have a good time.
Why do you think everybody come to the line for the strip club?
Or Houston.
No.
Wow, I did not know
Well,
that.
see,
Guess we spoiled here for those that
but it
really
gets to the
like
point where
strip
it's not even a big deal for us.
Yeah, just about to say the same thing.
Yeah, it's not even a big deal.
Be oh my god.
But we from here. It's like
I grew up with the same girl you
that's
grew
my
up with.
auntie.
I went to school with Shaniqua, man. She ain't on earth, man. That girl, she talked too damn much. But you drooling over her. It's like, whatever.
I guess because we're spoiled here in the South because we're used to seeing beautiful women. And that's the crazy part. Like, they bred like that down here. And so you go to other places. For me, it's not a big deal. Like, when people say, oh, I need to find, like, it's fine all through my family. It's fine all through my friend group. It's fine through all my schools. That's nothing. You can see fine. Like, people will see people on TV and go, oh, man, she's gorgeous. Like, man, I seen a girl on the bus that look 10 times better than that.
Home Depot.
Yeah. Just, it's all over Atlanta. And now it's gotten to the point where people will come in. But it's like, we've been had that. So a lot of things that people, they come here for, it's amazing to them. But they'll get snatched. Atlanta will snatch hold of them, and they won't go back home.
In the words of 2 Chainz, I thought you went home. I live here now. I stay here now. God,
I'm here now.
I live here now.
But it's not. Trust me. Don't believe all of the stories that you hear.
I mean, Atlanta has a lot of beautiful things to it.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta has a lot of negative things to it. But the negative and the beautiful make this beautiful collage of this picture that makes Atlanta want you to come down to it. But what I tell a lot of people is that Atlanta is the place to come visit.
Yeah.
Take your butt back home a lot of times because it's a nice mirage, that's the word I want to use, where it makes it look beautiful. But when you get here and start working, people say, man, this is not what I thought it was. Nah, it's go ahead.
I don't understand what people are coming for, though, what they're expecting.
I can. I'm going to drop you one. So going back to, we said this on the other show before, again, once you start traveling on a regular basis, like when I'm traveling, you see the differences in opportunities for Black people. That's why so many Black people are converting here.
Oh, yeah.
White people are converting here also, but they're converting again for opportunities.
Right.
So again, when I spoke about my nephew and I traveling out of Chicago and the disrespect level that was given to us as Black folks.
Yes.
Versus coming through Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, okay, it's Black people everywhere.
Right.
And I remember I had a friend come down as an artist. He flew into town. I think he was from like Washington, one that tri-state area. And Chocolate City. That's where he's from, wherever Chocolate City is. And he flew in and he's like, man, there's so many Black people here. I said, what do you mean? You from Chocolate City? He said, man, yeah, we up there, but we ain't up there like this.
Yeah.
Like you got all the plane, Troy, whatever. What's the comedian Troy, whatever? The one who does the show, the Daily Show, the Troy, light-skinned African dude.
Oh, no, it's my Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah. If you the comedian show he just did here a couple months ago, on his show, he opens up by saying, yo, man, this is Atlanta. He said, no, I'm from Africa, but this is different here. He said, I hopped off the plane. It was black people when I greeted off the plane. He said, I went down, got in the cab, it was a black man picked me up. He said, I went to the hotel with another black person. He said, damn, I felt like I was back in Africa for a few moments.
But that's true. And then black people are not just here, they're leaders.
Yeah.
They're running things.
Yeah.
It's when you go to other places and you try to start a business, you got to deal with a lot of bureaucracy. You got to deal with a lot of racism. You got to deal with a lot of folks who don't want you where you are. With here, we're very open. And a lot of people have not seen things on this level before. There's a difference. You in Atlanta, don't take your ass to Georgia.
Yeah. Atlanta is the Vatican, you all. Understand that.
Yeah.
Black Vatican. That's a great way to do it.
This is the Black Vatican. I want to say, because Atlanta has now grown, though my sister or Moretta said that's not Atlanta. Marietta, College Park, it still has Atlanta's blood.
It still got
Atlanta blood in it.
It's literally Southwest Atlanta.
Yeah.
It is, but we're just saying it's Atlanta in the fact that
10 years old.
Yeah, if you don't
do it like that.
look, if you don't pay bills, then you can't say what something is or is not.
it's not. I'm saying that, but I'm talking about if we're talking about in the Atlanta, it's like Marietta. There'll still be Atlanta to me, but if you go outside of Marietta, like 10 minutes above of Marietta,
Like
you're not in Georgia.
saying they're from Atlanta and they live in Gwinnett.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but that's still Atlanta.
That's still Atlanta.
That's still Atlanta for us. That's the Vatican still. That's still the Vatican.
Yeah, you're
still the
still in the
diaspora.
covering, but
Yeah,
when you
you-
go out there to when you get out there to about
Forsyth.
Canton
Yeah.
and
Duluth.
Cartersville,
Yeah, all the places.
Loganville.
Loganville, you get up there.
Hey, look. Let's
Yeah.
even say. I don't know if y'all watched the news, but even though Decatur, DeKalb is a part of Atlanta, Vatican area, but this is just us giving examples of how you have to be careful outside around. Is that in Decatur the other day on the they did the Decatur police did this exhibition and they had people come out and test their guns. The firing target was a black man.
Man, terrible.
Ain't that? But again,
They're terrible.
Where was this?
this is in Decatur.
Decatur. Like a lot of times, like when you go to the targets at a range, they have a black target.
Right.
And so if I ever see anybody pull one up, I'm gonna make it my business to make sure I pull up a white target.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And and to see me shoot because I know how to shoot.
That's gonna scare you.
It's funny because my wife, she didn't, she had never. I took her to shooting last year for her birthday, and so I taught her gun safety, how to fire. And you had all the hood dudes who, they like the '90s thugs. The gun cut sideways. They try to show off for the girlfriend, but I've been firing weapons for damn near since I was like on a professional level as a soldier, since I was 18. I'm 41, so that's second nature for me.
Mm-hmm.
But when you see people who are openly racist and they here's the thing. You know what's funny in Atlanta or anywhere? White people can come into your neighborhood. They can gentrify black neighborhoods. Ain't nobody telling them they don't belong there. Ain't nobody telling them you better not be out here when you come. But all around the nation, it's sundown towns, and that's the same for Georgia. You go in the wrong neighborhood, you're gonna feel the tension. You go in the wrong place, you're going to know that you ain't supposed to be there after dark. And so do not get Atlanta mixed with Georgia. For your own safety, black people. Be careful. If they rap about it, you safe.
Right. If they don't mention it.
You're racially
If
safe.
they rap about it, you say.
Once you get 30 miles outside of the perimeter of 285, they say free reign.
Yeah. You're free game.
Free game.
The purpose of this again, we're talking about us, but I wanted to introduce you two people behind us because I want people to understand who you all are and what you do.
Oh yeah. Y'all talk about your background a little bit, man. This is cool for them to see the smart, varied skills and
because this is a humble beginning show.
Oh yeah.
But as we grow, my mother and father always tells me, you dance with the person who you came to the dance with. And these are my sisters. They will be dancing with us forever.
A1 with the day one.
Right. So I'm showing you them now, but in the future, it'll be hard to get to them.
Because I guarantee you, you have in some way seen or experienced their work. In some kind of way, they've touched something that you've enjoyed, that you use. So y'all, I'm gonna brag on y'all because they over there trying to be humble, but
humble.
they've been involved in a lot of things, whether it's something digital, whether it's something physical, whether it's some type of something. Y'all talk about yourself a little bit.
Yanni, you go first.
Okay, so Yanni is my name.
DJing is a game.
Yeah, DJing is my game. I'm a DJ. I've been a DJ now for about 6 years, which is crazy. Still feel like it's been 3. Still learning a lot, but yeah, I'm a DJ. I am a designer as well.
Talk about what you design.
My day job is a UX designer, so that means basically that on a given website, depending on what it is, I'm one of the people that dictates what your experience is going to be like. So if you click on a button, what does that button do? What does it look like? Where does it go? And why? So, and that's just a small example. But photographers, well, I haven't done it as much lately, but I just like to dabble in things that are creative. So that's kind of...
She's being very humble, but
Very.
the girl is dope.
She is.
You want to see her work in person?
Just go on the internet.
Yeah.
And you're touching her work.
That and this year she should be at the festival. I plan to ask her to do like a couple 20-minute session, whatever, where she just gets up there and rocks the crowd. So I give her an opportunity to see her on a bigger level with a nice person behind her. But that's her. I love them because they're very humble and don't like to brag. And this is what I love about this show is that it's a learning session quite often. But the people who we've brought together for this show, very humble. We don't brag about a lot of stuff, even whatever we've done. And I'm learning, like I just learned that we were jokingly talking about Tim and his correct enunciation of words. And he says, well, guess what? I was talking about going to Toastmasters. Well, I took Toastmasters when I was 12 years old.
Lord Jesus.
So, just for him to even say that was like, that's a lot. Because a lot of people don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But it's a very, very, very important program that if you want to learn if you want to master the ability to talk to people and persuade them to do things and understand you, take Toastmasters. So, but the next up to the mic with a drum roll, I can't do it, is the Kiki.
I don't really know what to say.
Okay, I'm going to start it off.
I never know what to say.
I'm going to say this about Key that I love the most. The reason why, again, we brought these two people on here for specific reasons. Yanni, because she has a wonderful eye for meticulous things, just to make sure it's done correctly. And she helps us with the subjects and keeps moving along. Now, the audio and the production and how to stage it and make it look right, we reached out to the homie Key. And I didn't know this until like a few minutes into the show. I knew what she did on a professional level. Like, so she used to do this for the Falcons.
Yeah. I was the first African-American Black audio engineer.
So you found out what to say.
That was a very proud moment for me.
Right.
Because they had never had a Black audio and lead engineer, and then they never had a female on top of that.
So when you were going to some Falcons games in the past, doing the audio, that's the homie Keela in the background doing it, making sure it's right.
Yeah.
But then everybody know the 85 South show.
#1 show on Netflix right now.
Right.
Yeah.
She's in the background helping make sure that works.
Yeah.
So
that was fun. I miss you guys.
So we
It was
bring
like-
together, again, you never know who's in your sphere of friends
Yeah.
and the work that they do. So that's why we bring them on. So it's like, hey, we just not doing this just because.
Yeah.
We're doing this because we got great people working with us.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to shut the hell up, though, because I'm talking too much.
Yeah, because I want her to talk about some
Right.
of her experiences
Go ahead.
on these shows.
Okay, so outside of all of that, I'm a photographer and a singer. That's what my heart is.
Hell of a singer too.
Photography is very fun for me. Product photography. And singing is like my joy. That's actually my gift. You have your gift and you have your talent. Actually, yeah, both of them they kind of merge together because singing is my gift and my talent. Yeah, and as far as like working on other shows, it was fun. It was a great experience. I definitely miss everybody, but I definitely got a chance to dive in deep and learn a whole lot. Like really, 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 really get out of my comfort zone and really learn, really immerse myself, really ask a lot of questions. With 85 and with Renegade Culture and with More Than Culture. Those 3 different podcasts. And now here we are with Cocktails and Conversations. And this feels a little bit more intimate because I actually know these people. I don't have to be like, on guard.
Yeah.
So much or making sure that I'm saying and I'm doing the right thing or, just it's a little bit more freer.
Yeah.
And that's the fun and that's the beauty in doing things with friends is that it can be a little bit, a freer feeling. Because it's no bar, no hell, but why does they say no
Holds
bar? No holds bar type thing. But then at the same time, knowing how to like bring it all together, like we can play all day, but we really gotta like get this work and stuff done.
She'll wrangle you in.
Yes, the hell she will.
I'm telling you.
And I like this show with her
Will.
because this is, like she said, the intimately knowing everyone.
Yeah.
We have, they have cursed me out. They have literally, Yusuf, your words, partner. Come on, partner. And I had to finally explain to them, like, because we're here, I tend to speak like this a little bit more. I'm working on it still. But in public, no, I'm not. This won't come out. You all see in the future, I have some things I have to get into. And they're probably going to pull a lot of this for my next move in life. They're going to pull a lot of my cocktails and conversations and be like, well, he said that on this show.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. That's where I was in that moment.
Right.
That's how I felt in that moment.
I'm going to stand on that too.
Yeah.
But right now, that has nothing to do with the conversation. So, but that's for the future. But we're here, man. And Tim, so I love this wrangling of friends because this is the idea that I started pre-pandemic. And then we get to talk. That's what I like.
Oh, yeah.
It's 15, we get to talk. So I started pre-pandemic with this, and it was like with another friend of mine. And then we switched it out. And then you see, if you go look online, we have season 1 of Cocktails and Conversation. But in doing this, I got to sit down and talk with Tim. And I said, this brother is phenomenal. Not like phenomenal woman. Phenomenal. No, he's a phenomenal man. So, great brother. And, with us being 2 opposites, but actually the same coin on 2 different sides, it was an opportunity for us all to come together. And Tim, tell us about you.
And I just be who I am. No,
I am what I am.
I have done some of everything. Y'all know I'm prior military.
Done it all.
Done it all. I have, climbed the highest mountains and I've traveled a little bit. I've done some of everything, man. I've been married multiple times. I done it wrong and done it right. Let's tell you something. No, but, right now, I just want to say that I am enjoying myself, being able to speak to you guys every week. And just have everything that comes together. We really get to talk about some real stuff because, I done been out in the world and I done been close to God. Yeah, some of y'all know that I used to minister, and I still speak. I think that all of us minister in our own way. And it is my divine belief that your life should minister unto somebody and to be authentically you. If that's who you are, be yourself. To thine self be true. And that's the only way to live. And a lot of times, a lot of people, they don't really know themselves. Yeah. And I think a part of this conversation, the cocktail of the conversation, is to get to know yourself. I hope that we bringing up, thought-provoking stuff. And sometimes I just want to make you laugh, And sometimes things are just funny. Sometimes it ain't no punchline to it. It's just what it is.
I want to reach down and get lifted.
But I want to talk you Yams. You know what I'm saying? You out there doing your thing too, man.
Man, I'm not important. I'm really not.
Yes, y'all. You are important.
I'm a brother to.
You are special.
I'm a brother.
You're the only one. You're the only one like you.
Yes.
There is no other
NAACP
in the whole wide world that can do the
are.
things you do.
In
the words of Barney.
I am what I am, and I
what
am.
you
But
am.
I love it. I'm just Brother Yusuf. I mean, you don't know me.
Brother Noom
It's
say.
Brother Noom said, sweet Brother Noom said. I'm brother to the dark light right here. That's it. I've had opportunity to do a few things, but like I said, I'll deal with me more another day. I am thankful for this opportunity to have everyone to sit down, and I can go so far with us. But as we said before, that behind, beside, and most times in front of every good man is a great woman. So I have to ask your wife to say a couple words.
Yeah, come on over here, baby.
Because, at first, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. And it sounds like some BS, but, I had to get permission from everybody to do this show because, she might not want her boob out there whispering sweet nothing to somebody else. Might and the microphone's like, ooh, who's that nice voice? So, but no, my sister, I love her because I knew Tim before Tim got married. And Tim quite often tells you by the time is, hey man, you gotta stop having sex. Yeah, you talking about
I had muscles then, man.
right.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you talking about nigga. So
Oh my God.
and him getting married and the maturity of it, it became him seeing a new light in self. And that new light became, I want better. I want what God wants for me. Because again, you weren't, as you say, I thought I was the man. They find out I wasn't man enough for this woman.
Got no wife but my girlfriend.
So,
Oh my God.
right. Then he became the man that was needed to be.
Yeah.
So his lovely wife, she can bless us with a few words.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look at her, she's smiling. She's like, yes, it's me.
We were actually just talking before we left the house. This year makes
7 years.
Elevation, baby.
of us
Yeah.
being together.
This will be our 5th year of marriage.
5th year marriage, 7 years together.
Yeah.
Longest, happiest relationship we both have ever had.
Mm.
Yeah, I lasted all my marriages.
Sure did.
All 17
And
though.
she passed the test.
I passed the
Lord.
family
She
test,
passed
the
the family
sister test,
friend
the
test.
brother test.
Vanity test.
Yes.
Ooh.
Our daughter is turning 3 years old in a few weeks.
Yeah.
And, we're just enjoying life, got big plans, just moving along and trying to get our businesses going. And yeah, we're just happy. It didn't start out that way. I gave him a very hard time. I tell everybody all the time I did not like him at first. He was a player. He was. I pulled the truth out of him a little bit. He didn't. Little stories come out here and there.
That was the old me.
Of his whoredom.
That is not us. We now do these things.
He went through his whoredom stage, but God brought us together, and I love it.
Whoredom.
Yeah.
My brother was not a whore. My brother was a good, holy man.
Pimp.
Oh my God.
Keela Conley, what do you think about that?
I don't think Tim was a pimp.
No, man.
I didn't
Look,
see Tim
my
as a
sisters
pimp.
wouldn't let me be great.
We wouldn't let any. I personally, I wouldn't let anybody within 3 feet of him, and him, Terrence, any of the crew. They came around. It was like me and our other friend. We just kind of ran everybody off.
Yeah, they would run them off.
You hid me away for about what?
6 months.
About 6 months?
Yeah, I had to hide you.
I remember that.
Yeah, they
I
were trying to
remember
figure out.
literally being in the car with him, and I was like, so, what's her name? And he wouldn't say. I said, can you give me an initial? He was like, no.
Yep.
I was like,
you wouldn't post
don't worry,
a picture,
I'll find
a
out.
location.
And then when I found out your name was Yvette, I was like, now how does she spell this? And I'm slow, like on the internet, just like trying to type in, trying to find something. I'm like, what the hell is she?
Yeah,
He's
we were very
hiding
careful
her.
with posting
And he's like,
pictures
no.
and everything.
Because I don't need to know, make sure that everything goes right. And y'all say something and run her off. I'm like,
but no, I love that he has family that's actually like that with him.
yeah.
Because, man, if I would have had that years before I met Tim, I would have went through a lot less heartbreak. So,
You know what? But I think it's important that you have like people around you that look at you as you are. You know what I mean? Like people said, to see you greater than now, that's actually what you are. Like if it wasn't for Yusuf actually seeing me for who I am, it was like they really. I remember, I was dating some other folks and stuff. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, let's sit down and have a conversation. And a lot of people, they don't understand that men have those conversations. Men and women have when you see your friend and you're like, wait a minute, what are you doing? Who is this girl? I was dating this crazy girl, man, and her wig wasn't right. And, it was like when you look, you just look, man, look, I see that ass, and, but a woman understands that women keep themselves a certain way.
Right.
The way that they act, and like when women care about the men that's in their life, they're not gonna wait. You ain't finna mess up the family. Who are you? Where you come from?
It's like we talk about breeding.
Yeah.
And that's what a good family does for you. When we people understand that we breed dogs.
Yeah.
But we don't breed humans.
Ain't that crazy though?
We just we go through all types of stipulations. Let me see the papers on dogs. What it look like? Is it purebred? You will go through all these things to find out what is the genetic traits of a dog.
But you ain't.
But yet you still gonna lay down Miss Fat Booty.
Yeah.
And then find out if she
And it's the gray sweatpants.
I don't lay down gray sweatpants. So, you don't find out, can they read?
Yeah.
What's cancer like in their family?
They ain't even got no papers.
Right.
They ain't even legal.
How many folks are they legal? How many people in their family in jail?
Yep.
What's the psychological makeup of the family?
People don't ask questions like that anymore.
Exactly.
And you know what? When someone cares about you, they gonna jump on the internet and find out for you. Okay, you ain't finding out, but I'm finna find out. They got a felony,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You talking about you going out of the country? They can't even leave the state, man. Hold on, they can't leave the country. They got a curfew. They do. That ain't no jury. That's an ankle bracelet.
Right. Black thing on his leg. It just looks funny.
And one thing that I love about, like we say family, but a lot of people don't even realize that we're not related. Like a lot of people don't know that we're blood related.
Oh yeah. Everybody forgot they're not brother and sister. Because the story, I know people were sitting there being like, how the hell is he going to a strip club with his sister? Like, oh, I'm gonna get this strip club dance. They're not blood brother and sister.
Yeah, but here's the beauty in having true friends. That's the family you choose.
Yep.
That's the family that you choose. Yeah. And you really got to be, you know what? I love, we used to watch a show together, everybody, Insecure. And Issa Rae said something that was beautiful. She said that you don't need to go out and meet all of these Hollywood directors and stuff. Your friends have skills around you that you're not utilizing. And one thing about, like, if you're listening and you thinking about, well, my friends ain't got nothing.
You got the wrong friends. You have a completely wrong set of friends. And you need to reevaluate everything you're doing in life.
Exactly.
Everything needs a clean sweep. Because if you sitting in the trap house and they sitting in the trap house,
y'all in the trap, first of all.
Y'all literally trapped. It is literally called a trap house for a reason. Y'all are mentally trapped.
And you know what? Sometimes the trap house might be a dead-end job.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or it might be the area. Like, let's be honest. Let's be real honest. Some people are stuck in these slow towns and they're being stagnant. Ain't nobody their age there. Everybody got the same mindset. Yeah. There's one family that run where they are, and they need to come to Atlanta.
Yeah.
They need to travel. They need to get out of where they are. Some people are in Atlanta right now, and they stuck around the same family members, the same groups, and they trapped.
Yeah. The rapper Suki Hana, she was born in, I think, Nebraska? And she said the part of Nebraska she was born in, she said, my mama literally packed up everything, packed up me, packed up my brother, my sister, and just got the hell on. And they were like, well, why? And she said there literally was nothing there. And her mom was like, I'm not raising my child in this environment where there's no growth, there's no mental growth, there's no anything for them to look forward to at the end of the day. There's nothing.
But see, like we said before, when I love that saying because it's been told to me so much in my life that 9 people hanging together, you start hanging with them, whatever it is you become. Mm-hmm. So either you have a circle of friends or you have a cage.
Yeah. Whoa, that's a bar.
Yeah.
Bars.
That is a bar.
But honestly, we really have to be pay attention to that. You know what you were saying earlier about packing up and leaving?
Yeah.
That reminded me of what my wife did. When she told me about, a lot of us are looking for that opportunity, but it ain't where you at.
Right.
Exactly.
You got to get there. And stuff uncomfortable for them for a reason. That job uncomfortable for a reason. Yeah. Those family members, it's uncomfortable for a reason. That blunt you smoking ain't comfortable no more. Because growth, whenever something has to grow, like if you look at something, you get uncomfortable. When you adolescent and you get uncomfortable, your clothes don't fit quite right. When you are a snake, that skin don't feel right. They got an edge up out of their skin. You got to get up out of it because you're bigger than what's holding you.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I'm so glad to be able to meet everybody here, you know what I mean? Because everybody here has been with me at a time where I was uncomfortable. And they saw something better in me. They saw something greater in me. And we continue to push one another. You know what I mean? And if you ain't got you one, go get you one. Go get you an A1 day one. And even if you don't have people, well, I don't like to meet new people. Well, you knew. You knew to them. You know what I mean? You better go out there and meet because there's somebody out there who need a friend like you.
That's right.
But also, what happens, you just made a very significant point about meeting some people and get your A1. So, one, in the circle of comfortability is death.
Yeah.
Because there's no growth. Outside of comfort is growth, like you said about that snake and that tarantula. Shed that skin. But also, when you say go look for one, a lot of times we have a person like that in our life.
Don't even recognize them.
We don't recognize them, or that person gets on our nerves. I don't like that person. Why? Because they're always pointing something out about you that you don't like. And too often you take it as they're being too critical and they're being just an ass and whatever. But God may put that person in your life as a reminder to say, do better.
Yeah. What, don't the word say steel sharpens steel?
All day.
And it says that the wounds of a friend are true.
Yeah.
And my thing is, I'd
Bars.
rather you wound my pride than me go out there and get killed by something because I'm not there. I don't understand that. And it's like, okay, well, you know what? You got a gambling problem. You drinking too much. You know what? That job that you on?
You was a hoe.
Man, what you talking about?
Right.
Because that can destroy you. That can destroy you. Like, we in Atlanta. Let's be real. We in Atlanta. Sex here is everywhere. But the dangers of sex is not just STDs and babies and stuff like that. The dangers of sex, you can connect yourself with somebody and you be missing your blessing around the corner because you connected to this person and they keeping you from what you should be. Just being connected with that person. Just expending your energy on something that you shouldn't have time for. Just that friend that keep telling you, why you dressing like that? Why you over there? Why you doing, you know what? Your hair ain't right. You not speaking right.
Right.
Why you keep eating that? Why you ain't went to the gym?
But I don't like that because she keep telling me this every time.
She always critical of me.
Right.
He always got something to say because they see better in you.
Yeah. That's it.
And they see where you're supposed to be. A lot of times people see, wait a minute, why are you on the ground? You got wings. Why you walking around?
Come on.
Why you pecking on the ground? Why you ain't jumped? Why you ain't flap? Because they see what you are. You don't. And a lot of times we want to stay up in College Park. We want to stay up in Decatur. But they see, wait a minute, you ain't even supposed to be in Atlanta. Why you not in South Africa? Why you ain't took that trip? Why you ain't went ahead and completed your degree? Why you ain't went for that management job? Why you ain't started your business?
Because they are stagnant and don't want to grow.
And like you said, stagnation equals death.
And death.
D-E-A-F. Death.
Not D-E-A-A-A-F-T-H, whatever. But death. We won't, not that weed that, what's his name? But death. Yeah, I'm sorry to mess with you. Go ahead, Keelan.
I was going to say, I read something earlier. They were saying that God will send you two things and may send you two people at the same time. And one may be the death of you and one may be the rebirth of you. But it's up to you to figure out which one it is. And you may not know. You may not know in the beginning, they said, but you got to be careful. You need to learn how to like decipher between if it's a blessing or if it's a curse. Because God will send two completely different people to you at the same time. You do not know.
I'm going to go ahead and put a curve on that one. Because the reality is that you know very soon enough.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it doesn't take long. Because God will send you these two people, I'm going to send you what you want and what you need.
And what you need.
And these are the two things. And you have to be mature enough to say that I give myself. Can Yusuf give a Yusuf? So, wait, long time ago.
long time ago.
Long time ago. I met this young lady. Gorgeous in every way. Nice sister. But was not the person for me. Spirit was it's like every time. No. It's the saying that every time God will enter, every time you try to do something with them, it always turns out wrong. And that becomes that thing. But you like them so much that you continue to do these things. But that's that want right there.
Yeah.
But the need was a nice, humble, good-spirited young lady I met who was doing well. She was just calm. I just was like, all right, cool. But that want over here kept attracting. And in the end, the want burnt me. Not physically. Thank God.
Let it burn.
Hell no. I'm good on that one. I ain't never had them. I'm good. But the want that burnt, no itches. No, we talking about the heartbreak and it hurt.
Oh, yeah.
That burn where, now, shout out to our partner, Rasul.
Oh, my God.
I was so hurt. And my boy, again, having good friends around you.
Yeah.
He saw it, was like, yo, partner, I ain't never seen like you this a day in your motherfucking life. Dog, whatever it is, let's go. So he became a brother to me and was like, look, we're going to go out of town. We're going to do something because this is crazy. But at that moment, I had to sit and pray and get back to God. But the whole thing was the two that are being presented to you, a want and a need.
Yeah.
And choosing wisely. I just wasn't that wise.
You know, ain't that funny how like he can show you something and what it is he's developing that wisdom. You know what I mean? Everybody that got food before, you're like, oh man, that look good right there. You know what I mean? Then next thing you know, man, please, it looked good.
Yeah.
And that's just what it looked like.
I recently got bamboozled by a preacher.
Talk about it.
Let's edit that part out.
No, we didn't say his name. We didn't say his name.
I know. It's a joke.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, shut up.
Right.
Yeah, I recently got bamboozled by a preacher, and I kept thinking like,
says it again.
wow, one day I really want, I told myself when I was younger, like one day I'm going to go older and I'm going to marry a preacher. I'm going to marry somebody in religion. That was my whole thing. And then I met him and I already knew him and I was like, this is perfect. Oh, this is everything I wanted. And he was out here selling drugs and slanging his
booty cheeks
from one end of Atlanta to the next. And I'm just like, Lord, like I told him straight up, I said, you're the worst preacher I've ever seen in my life. I said, you really need to pray. I said, like, you seriously need some help. I said, God is going to literally punish you.
Don't go on the internet looking for no pictures, people, please. Like,
oh, I don't post pictures.
That's my point. Like, don't go looking for it and don't try to put a puzzle piece map together.
Because you're not going to figure it out.
You know what she was talking about was not real either, people.
And
the hell it was.
But I really want to talk about that because
this is
like it's happening now. It's happening.
But no, it's good that you saw from the beginning.
Thank you, y'all.
Yes,
it's happening.
You identified that something was not right.
This is going down.
You did not get deep.
Yeah,
and that just goes to show where your heart is because.
And here's the thing: happy birthday.
Oh,
today was his birthday too.
Now she did. Check this out.
Good Lord.
But this is one thing that we talked about discretion, because like,
girl,
anytime that you post something that they not ready for, like with y'all don't even know what's going on in the studio. They ask me what I do and and how I come up with this shit.
What is going on right now?
All I want for my birthday is a preacher that don't cheat.
don't sell drugs either.
But no, it's cool. It's funny that you said something about not posting. Like when the relationship was fresh with me and my wife, I ain't post nothing. You know what I mean? You couldn't. You when it was fresh, you still getting to know each other.
Yeah.
And a lot of people nowadays, every time that they're doing something, they're posting it online.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I think that was you talking about, like how you can put together somebody's house by what they post.
Yeah.
You can put together their whole life and their kids and everything, and you can sit up there. If you are a nefarious individual, you can really plot against somebody like that.
And they're
I
out
knew
there.
a person named Nefarious.
Look at them words, nefarious. I like that. Let me tell you, if you break out a dictionary here, you will leave with the elevated vocabulary. Listen to Cocktails and
That's what it's
Conversation.
about.
But you know, as women, especially women of caliber, like women, ladies. No, honestly, but like as ladies that have like substance, like what do y'all think about what's going on with the new Atlanta and like the new generation and how people are carrying themselves now that the internet is so prominent? They cooking something.
Very ghetto. Wouldn't recommend. We're gonna bring that back out.
This world
Oh no,
is
really?
ghetto.
Really right.
It is. There's no discretion. There's no
Pride.
There's no class.
Oh man,
It's sad. Like there's no pride in what they do. It's just
Stinky.
like
hey,
my mama called it
I'm from
NCAA.
Atlanta.
No class at all.
I'm a hot girl. It's
Damn.
hot girl summer. It's just, and that's all you hear. It's like there's nothing. Everybody's the same. There's no difference in every single person that you see. It's a lace front. It's a bright color. It's
the baby. What do you call it? The baby hairs.
Baby
hairs.
baby hairs are getting bigger.
The
Like it's
eyelashes are getting bigger.
Like they look exactly.
We are
the same.
cookie cutter versions of each other duplicated over and over again.
Yeah.
Because no one is given a better example
mm-hmm.
of what to be. And you know what? I was watching Beyonce's daughter on
Blue eye.
Blue Ivy. That's a beautiful young lady.
She is.
Look just like her damn daddy. And she does. She looks just like her dad. But when she was up there performing with her mother, and I looked at her, and I said, her mother has her fully dressed.
Yeah.
Yes.
She is dancing, but she's not doing all the gyrating stuff. But her mother, if you even look at the times I think I've seen her one time, maybe twice, Beyonce, when her daughter was on stage when she was like in a bikini. But most times I see when Blue Ivy's on stage, Beyonce's dressed now.
Yeah.
Her leotard, whatever.
Because she knows and she understands that she's at the age now where she's really paying attention to her.
Yeah.
Like, you know, what is she, 9, 10 years old?
10.
That's when
That girl's tall.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's very tall.
Plus, she's like 14. Damn.
No,
she's
Beyonce
young.
is 5'7", Jay-Z is 6'3", and Blue Ivy is literally 5'8".
And you know
forgot.
what's crazy
Oh,
about it
sorry.
is
Yeah, you're right, man.
when you see. Here's what I think. It's not like it's because you have a child watching or anyone else watching. What do you think about yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Like honestly, when I see people walk out of the house, like when you think about the caliber of person that you are and how you display yourself, what you speak to yourself, what you allow to enter your brain. Like when we're looking at a lot of people walking around, and we can't just say it's new kids and old kids, it's everybody. What are you allowing yourself to see?
Yeah, but that's just this generation. It's not the same as ours. We had so many beautiful Black women and strong, smart Black men to look up to when we were younger.
Yeah.
Like, what do they have now? Like, and there's still, Dr. Umar. There's still, strong Black men that
And
are
that depends
very
on what you
positive
think about.
out
Right.
there right now. But I'm just saying, like, our generation, like, it was just in front of us all the time.
Well, there was a lot of struggle to get that in front of us. Like, honestly, when you look at it, we had just came from, all you seen was shucking and jiving.
Right.
And all you saw was like pimps and hustlers and, it was the same thing back then. It's who controls what you see. And the other thing is what will you decide to mimic? What will you decide is important?
That's it right there,
because
bro.
when we grew up, we was in the 90s, 80s and 90s. So we had like other things that were going on where there was a movement toward black excellence.
Yeah.
We could turn on a TV and there was a different world, right? And you saw black people going to colleges, and you saw positive black relationships, and you saw where people were making things of themselves. Even when we were funny, it was in a very authentic way. When you were watching Martin, you got to see true friendships. You got to see people caring about their mamas and people involved in the churches and all the things that go. When you saw In Living Color, you got to see black people who had ownership of something, right? When we looked at even hip hop in the 80s and in the early 90s, it was saying something, right? And you had a plethora of things to look at. Even when you had singing groups and not just singing individuals, but you had a group of people, so that shows you group dynamics. So you can see yourself within that group, someone within that group, and you can see the power of what it took to have a Wu-Tang clan and not just Wu-Tang man. You know what I'm saying? You saw the power of a Salt and Pepper and Spinderella, and you saw the fun that you could have, and you saw the seriousness. You saw the thing is, black people are not a monolith. You saw a complete diversity, and you saw how we can be fine-tuned. You saw how we could be serious, and you saw how we could play, laugh, and be goofy, and you can see how threatening that we could be.
Right.
And you saw how brilliant. That's the part of our brilliance, our excellence, is our diversity.
But what happened?
Man, everything got streamlined to the lowest chakra.
Social media happened.
So
this is
that's what happened. Go ahead.
This
I say
is
social
because
engineering.
I think social engineering and social media, because now what it did was a lot of those shows got taken away.
Yeah.
So Generation Z now, who's come up behind us, they didn't grow up exactly with those same examples when they were coming up. They came up in more of like the Disney era, where characters were starting to be molded in more restrictive ways now, where you're stripping away and turning black people into the monolith that you think that they are. Yeah. So you no longer have like the dark-skinned women in videos. Yeah. You no longer have strong black man leads. You no longer have these other examples that color us. You have like just one main thing that we think that's beautiful, and one main thing that we think is supposed to be strong or something. And with social media today, the kids who are coming up now don't really have that to look at anymore. I mean, they've got TikTokers to look at now. We don't know anything about those TikTokers in their lives, and they're definitely not cultivated, not all of them, but a lot of them are not cultivated in a way that is to push something positive. Yeah. It's about money, it's about getting women, and it's about getting your body done. And I hate to just put it in that one box, but like that's all they are seeing.
That's what it is. That's all we're doing.
You know what? It's literally, they have reduced black people down to the sins that God hates. And it's pride. Damn. It's literally, it's pride. It's vanity. Yeah. It's greed.
Right.
It's
seven sins.
It's what's the other? Lust,
which is controlling the media.
It's all of the sins that God hates, and that's what we can't say we've been reduced to it. But what it is that's what they shine the light on.
Go back and we studied the 90s. And I love how you just put that. I want to talk about all the black excellence that we had in front of happiness down, but the black excellence was not just in front of us; it was in front of who?
Everybody else.
Everybody, but in particular. White folks. So I remember this was a very, very big thing that they put on. And it was subliminally put out there. But that's how the media drops stuff that has to be taken in. Like they say, the dog whistling. The dog whistling goes on every level. So the dog whistle that they did for white folks in the 90s, remember when I don't know if anyone remembers, but you'll be old enough to remember, when Bush was running for president? And when Bush was running for president, I look at you all stroking. You have to. I love seeing Tim and his wife. Like, it's always a beautiful thing. It's just a happiness. Love. What is love? We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that for our next show. What is love? Anyhow, so don't hurt me no more. So going back to that one. But the thing about that, when Bush was running for president, they went into this white suburban white group, white neighborhood. And showed two pictures to his white kids, Bush and Michael Jordan. The kids was like, who was that? That's Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Who was that? They did another one, I think, with Michael Jackson at that point. All the mics were all important at this point.
Yeah.
So again, they know the blackface, but this white man that's supposed to be in control of all these niggas, your own white children don't even know who they are.
Yeah.
We now need to change the narrative because now our children's, because they went into these neighborhoods, this is literally like a 60-minute thing. They went into the homes, on the wall, they took off the new kids on the block. They took off they have black posters all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
So again, your children are not idolizing white America. They're idolizing black America.
And so they have to change what they see.
The narrative.
And, you know, it's ridiculous when we look at it because, you know, Donald Glover, Childish Gambino, he said something that was very important. And this is before Insecure came out. But he said, America's never really seen black people. They don't know what black people are because everything that you see goes through a white lens.
Yes, that's a fact.
That's
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if you're not authentically you without any other involvement, you don't see what it is. It's like most people, like, you know, we don't eat meat. Most people don't know what broccoli tastes like.
No pork on your fork.
Most people don't know what the actual foods taste like because they've never had it. You know, a lot of us in America, we've never had real food because, especially the new generation, because some of it is not even real food. It's not even real vegetables. They don't know what it tastes like without cheese on it. They don't know what it tastes like without all this heavy salt or seasonings and all. You don't know what it actually tastes like. You've never had actual food. And if it came out of a box or a bag, it ain't food. And so a lot of us are malnourished. It's just like social media. You know, it's engineered, but we never ask who the engineer. Anything if the creators of what you call Instagram and everything else, all these social, if they don't allow their children to be on the things that they created. That's like if you're a chef and you are banning your children from eating your food.
You got to look at it with a question at that point.
Yeah. So when you have the creator say, man, I do not, when they have made public apologies for literally hacking our brains for what they're creating, then you have to look at, well, what you created was literal poison.
Yeah.
And the other thing is when we're looking at black people, when we're looking at people as a whole, and you're saying, wait a minute, if this being engineered, this is not how black people are because I'm seeing it through a filter. I'm seeing something that was manipulated and changed, and I've never really even seen what black people are.
But so it's not always that we don't see what black people are. It's the light is not shining on what the real black folks are.
Yeah.
Because when you have like, I won't say Huey Newton, but like the Marcus Garveys, you have the Malcolm X, you have the Minister Farrakhan, you have the Noble Drew Arley, all these great men that were in our black history, the Martin Luther King, when they were alive, the light was just never given to them because that is the example of what a black person was. And they don't want you to wake up and see that.
Man, look, I'm going to give you one better.
Go ahead.
I'm going to give you one better. Like, when we're talking about the light, but when you get to
Just
see...
give me the light.
But like, whenever you turn on something, America is great at marketing. Might not be good at nothing else, but marketing,
The
they got
damn
down
best
pat.
marketing company in the world.
Because if I can control your mind, I can control everything. I'm going to tell you what's powerful about white people
Go ahead.
is because you don't have to see a white person who's famous. They show you a regular ass white person. They show you some random white person being a father or a family or working a regular job, and you say that's American. Whenever you have to see a black person, they have to reach a certain echelon. And now they represent all black people. And when you see a white person, you just see regular, random white person. And you see them as human. That's the difference. For us, we have to be superhuman or extraordinary.
Or magic.
Yeah, well, exactly. We got to be the magical Negro.
Yep.
We're always these caricatures when it's the regular black person that's really the hero.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing regular about them. The thing is, in our regular everyday here, white people make money off of our regular culture.
Every day.
Things
You
that
saw
just
what
come
happened with
naturally for
Juneteenth.
us.
Yep.
Yeah, like
Bruh.
we used to have battle raps
God.
at lunch in the restroom. That's a regular part of. Now they have made it to where okay, not even black people are the ones monetizing off of the battle raps. They're getting paid.
Such a problem.
You see what I'm saying? Our culture has always been, and that's all over the world.
Our dancing skills.
Yeah,
You go on these, you go, all
all over the world.
China.
They're-
challenges for
That's
us.
all.
We making most of these challenges, but who's the ones getting highlighted?
yeah.
It's these white folks, these Chinese folks. Highlight. Like
I've seen
They
it
have
show
the
up in
biggest-
Indian
And it's
culture.
Hip hop
All-
dance contest in the world
And
over
it's
there.
all
Like-
black cultures,
Yeah.
they do that too.
Yeah.
Because there's even shout out to the Caribbeans. There's even
Oh, she's Caribbean, so
Yeah.
let's go ahead and
Yeah, Rasta man.
there's even a subsect of like an Asian soca community where they do the thing where they play mass and they have the costumes and they dance to the music. Some of them even make their own soca music songs. So black culture is something that truly permeates worldwide.
Yeah.
And we really don't realize it. We don't understand it. And I think sometimes we don't do our due diligence to protect it. And I don't mean in a way where like, oh, I don't want those people to do it, but I mean in terms of how you regulate, in terms of how you you see how other people are making money off of your culture, yet they don't like you. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no other culture around really allows that to happen.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the blessing and the curse of us because we're really open to people. We're an open people. We always embrace everyone. We always want everybody to come to cookout. But where that can kind of be our Achilles heel a little bit, which, can cause some of what we're seeing today is, we led too many people kind of in a little bit.
I'm
Too
going to
comfortable.
speak on a fundamental level. This might be controversial, but the hell with it. Look,
Go ahead.
black people are the original people. That's not
controversial.
controversial.
That's truth right there.
That's
No,
a
that's not
DNA
right.
fact.
Yes.
True.
That's so you're talking about the original being, right? And it's not. And what it is everyone else comes from us. We're the original beings of the planet. Period. We're the Homo sapien is literally the black being. That's what human being is. Now, everyone else is some type of other form of us. And the thing is, this world is abundant. We operate as an original being directly from God. So when he said, I'm making man, he's making black man. And I'm not talking about race. This is before there was a such thing called black man. He made human being, which just so happened to be original man. And when God made this planet, he made it abundant. There is no lack on the planet. If you have lack, that means you don't know your planet. There's always abundance. There's always more than enough. And so when we create, we do just like our Father does. We create, and it's for all and everybody. There is no monetizing on it because what we see is just what we are. We just are being ourselves. See, the thing is, when you're copying something and when you're monetizing on something, and when you think that because you have a lack, because you're not operating from your being. And that's the thing about what we don't understand, what a lot of those don't understand, what I'm talking about, is everyone else on the planet is another dissemination of us. They have other DNA that is not human being. And that's a DNA fact. You can go back and see where the Chinese know what tribe they come from. Yeah. The original European is black. The original American, people don't even know that America is one of the oldest lands of existence. They were black. The whole planet is black.
Darkness, everybody.
There was no Puerto Rican, Chinese, Russian. No, God said human being. It was just human being.
They were popping out like gremlins.
Oh my God.
And so when we're looking at other people that's saying that, hey, we're monetizing, that are monetizing on culture, what they're doing, what it is the earth gives. The earth doesn't look to make money off of its corn. it spills. Because why? The earth just does. The earth been had plants before there was human beings. It didn't need human beings to have crops. It didn't need human beings to create. You see what I'm saying? It just created. And we behave like our creator. And see, what it is we are dealing with something that does not recognize what it is. We're dealing with people that don't recognize where they come from.
Yeah.
They don't recognize who they are and what the main root is. And so when you're dealing with someone that doesn't understand, they operate from lack, whether it's a lack of understanding, whether it's a lack of resources. And that's why I look at of course we have to protect it, but the best way to protect something, the best way to give something is to understand knowledge. Because when something when in the face of truth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lies can't stand.
Not at all.
When you're in the face of truth, when that's just like darkness cannot exist in the presence of light.
It ceases to exist at all times.
That's why, people are like, why did you name yourself Dark, Shine, and Light? It has a deep meaning because out of the darkness came the light. But if you don't understand or overstand or comprehend what I'm talking about, read a little bit. Yeah. Read a little bit. Well, anyway, that was deep.
Well, my name ain't that deep. It's just Yams Creation. My name and my work behind it. So we out here. And we're going to actually want to start shutting this down.
Yeah, man.
And I thank y'all for, I thank you all for tuning in. And I thank you all for tuning in. And we're not going to close out. I'm going to give Yanni and Key some words and everyone else.
Yeah, you going to say something.
And then all these wise.
I love doing this with you guys. I love the commentary. I love the strong black man lead that you guys are just going forward with. And I love the positivity that you guys are putting out there. Just please keep going.
Striving to be on the right path. Secondly basis. I ain't even try to daily. I over here kissing.
Give me some good sugar.
I ain't got none. Kiki, do you love me? Can you spill on this mic? Drop some words of advice. Good riding right beside you. Waited for your words. Just talk to
Words
me.
of advice?
Whatever. I mean, closing out.
Bless the mic.
Be graceful, go forth and prosper. Be gentle with yourself. That is all.
I didn't know what that meant. I thought that was some Star Wars shit. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead, girl.
So what I'm going to say is what one of my favorite podcasters used to say. This used to always be his sign off. His name's Combat Jack. Rest in peace, Combat Jack. He would say, dream them dreams and then man up and live them dreams because a life without dreams is black and white and the universe flows in technicolor and surround sound.
I like that.
I like
Wow.
Like
R.I.P.
that.
Combat Jack.
Wow. Combat Jack. Did he ever fight in the war or some shit? Did he just took the name?
No, that's just his name.
Bullshit. All right, my brother Tim.
Look, man, the women said it all. I'm not even going to speak on it. Y'all just sip on it.
Just sip on these words, man. And thank y'all for tuning in. This is episode 15 for us. Like I said, we just came out here to introduce you all to the people who are helping us stand stronger. And the main thing, see, we ain't sexist. We talk. We don't never talk sexist like that. We have some black women.
Women's.
Women.
Black women.
My man.
They out here helping us to stand stronger. I'm not standing on their shoulders. We're standing beside them. And thank God for these opportunities. And, we out of here. We're going to take a sip on this juicy juice.
And we out.
Be easy, family. See y'all next week. That was it. This is Yusuf Muhammad, Yams Creation. This is Cocktails and Conversation that you're listening to. Tune in every Friday at 7 p.m. on all streaming platforms. Like, follow, share, tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody. Look forward to you joining us.